Hi everyone! Today I'm going to show you how to make easy campfire drop biscuits using just 2 ingredients, Bisquick and milk. They're easy to take with you. You can make them ahead of time or you can make them while you're out camping. Now you can make them in a Dutch oven on your camp stove if you can't have a campfire, because there have been many times we've gone camping and we could not have a fire. So you can make these on your camp stove, or you can use a grill. We're going to use a charcoal grill today with a Dutch oven and a pie iron, or you can make them right on the campfire. It'd probably be helpful if you had a grate to go over the campfire and then put them in a Dutch oven, but we'll explain all that as we go along. So let's get started. Alright, so we're going to start with 3 cups of Bisquick. Now I have a little bit extra because I'm going to show you how to make these 2 different ways. But you want to start with 3 cups of Bisquick mix, or any kind of biscuit mix. It can be Bisquick, it can be Pioneer, it can be whatever brand you have. And then a cup of whole milk. Again, I have a little bit extra because I'm going to show you how to do these 2 different ways. Then you're just going to mix that up. Now you can also use gluten-free Bisquick, totally up to you. Make sure you get all of the biscuit mix mixed in with the milk. We're going to start with a greased tinfoil pie plate, and then you're going to take your biscuits and you're going to drop them into your pie plate. Make sure they're kind of rounded. You're going to drop them right next to each other. You kind of want them to kind of bunch up against each other so that they'll bake together just a bit, help each other rise. And then I'm just going to put one big one in the middle. Okay, so I've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 biscuits. That's pretty good. And once you have them dropped in, then we're going to make a foil sling, and I'm going to show you how to do that to put this down in the grill. To make your foil sling, you're going to take some foil. Now I'm using 75, or no, sorry. I'm using an 18-inch wide roll, so it's a wider roll of foil. Works better for this. A lot of pans you can use a really skinny foil, but this is a fatter pan, so I'm going to use a somewhat wider sling. I'm going to fold this over, and that way I can take my pie plate and I can lift it up and down out of the Dutch oven. Makes it easier. Now you can make these ahead of time and have them ready to bake when you get out there camping. Just go ahead and drop them into your pie plate, then cover it with plastic wrap. Put it into a Ziploc bag, preferably a freezer bag, then stick it down in your cooler and keep it cold until you're ready to bake the biscuits. We're ready. We have our Dutch oven on our grill, and notice that we have it up on the grill off of the coals, and that's so that our biscuits hopefully don't burn on the bottom. It's really easy for them to burn on the bottom, so you'll want to keep a close eye on them as they're baking. And then inside I have 3 jar rings, and that just kind of lifts up the pie plate with the biscuits so that they get a little bit of air again, so hopefully we can prevent burning. Now I'm just going to go ahead and use my foil sling. I'm going to be very careful. If you're doing this, be very careful so you don't burn yourself on the Dutch oven. You'll stick your biscuits down in the Dutch oven, and now we're just going to go ahead and put the lid on. And the lid has coals on top, so that hopefully that will help heat the top more, and they will get done a little bit quicker. If you're cooking these over the campfire, I would suggest using a tripod so that you can, or a grate, so that you can keep the Dutch oven up off the fire, and that way the bottoms of your biscuits won't burn. Our biscuits are brown. You can see they're ready to go. Now I'm just gonna kind of let this cool for a minute. So we're just gonna lift these out. You might want a pot holder or some gloves on. And then we're gonna make ourselves a biscuit. We're gonna cut into these biscuits. They look about perfect. Putting them up on the grill like that really helps with not burning them on the bottom. So you can see it looks like a pretty good biscuit. Now they cooked for about 20 minutes, but you'll want to keep a close eye on them because you just want to make sure they're not getting too brown on the bottom. But these look about perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and get it buttered and put some apple butter on it. Now we're going to do this with a pie iron, and what you want to do is spray your pie iron really good with cooking spray, and then you're going to go ahead and drop a couple of biscuits in. I usually do about 2. They're going to cook really fast and they might even burn just a little bit. So I'm just going to do 2 small biscuits. Fold it together and you'll let this cook. Now you'll have to turn it every so often, which I'm going to go ahead and turn it because it was already turning brown. Make sure before you put your biscuit dough into the pie iron that you preheat it on the coals, probably for about, 10 minutes? Probably for about 10 minutes. These likely will not have to cook as long as the other biscuits. Alright, they're looking pretty good. I'm going to close them back up and cook them some more because I want to make sure that the middle gets good and cooked. Alright, I think it's done. So I'm going to go ahead and take it off of the grill. I'm just going to flip this off. And we've got a nice square biscuit. You can cut it in half. Do whatever you want to do with it. Butter it. Put some apple butter on it. And it's nice and soft in the middle, but done. Oh, that looks good. I'm just going to pile some apple butter up on there. If you like this recipe, be sure and subscribe. We'll have more recipes coming soon. I'll see you guys later.